Dear students, we have discussed transportation problem in previous lecture. That is for a balanced case only we have discussed, right? That is northwest corner rule. It is we have discussed under only the balanced transportation problem we have discussed. Suppose the case is unbalanced, then what we have to do? Let us discuss with one example. See, find an initial solution for the following transportation problem by northwest corner rule method. Okay, NWCR means northwest corner rule method. Now, what is the given here? Origin and destination. The column stands for here this one O1, O2, O3. This represent origin 1, origin 2, origin 3 and destination D1, D2, D3, D4 given. Along with that demand given and supply also given. Now from origin 1 to destination 1, 6 given. Origin 1 to destination 2, 4 units. Origin 1 to destination 3, 1 unit. Origin 1 to destination 4, 5 units. And here origin 2 to destination 1, 8 unit. Origin 2 to destination 2, 9 units. Origin 2 to destination 3, 2 units. Origin 2 to destination 4, 7 units. And origin 2 to supply, total supply is 6. Similarly, from origin 3 to destination 1, 4 unit given. Origin 3 to destination 2, 3 unit. Origin 3 to destination 3, 6 unit. Origin 3 to destination 4, 2 units. And from origin 3, supply is 3. Okay. Now, what is demand here? From destination 1, demand is 6 unit. Destination 2, demand is 10 units. From destination 3, demand is 15 units. And from destination 4, demand is 4 units given. Now, first we have to check whether the given transportation problem is balanced or unbalanced. Suppose if it is balanced, we have to apply previous method that we have done in previous lecture. Now, check here what is the total demand and what is the total supply. If it is both equal, then we can say the transportation problem is balanced one. Otherwise, we can say it is unbalanced. Now 6 plus 10 plus 15 plus 4, what we will get? Here 16 plus 4, that is 20, 20 plus 15, that is 35. So total demand is 35. What about supply? 20 plus 3, 23. See, clearly we can observe that the demand is not equal to the total supply. So what we can come to conclusion? Since the total demand is not equal to the total supply, the given transportation problem is unbalanced one, right? See here, the total supply which is 23 and total demand is 35. So supply is not equal to demand, therefore the transportation problem is unbalanced. Now what we have to do now? We have to consider one more dummy row. That is what? How many we have to assume the supply? 35 minus 23. Demand minus supply. That is 12 we have to assume as a supply for this. See once again, I will mention in the table again. See here, origin destination O1, O2, O3, O4. Here O4 we have assumed completely 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, and supply is 12. That is highest demand minus supply. 35 minus 23 we will get 12. Rest all we will keep as it is. Okay. Now, first check for the first row, first column. Check whether the demand and supply, what is minimum of 6 comma 14? Minimum of 6 comma 14, that is 6. Allocate that 6 to the first row first column or assign that 6 value to the first row first column, right? Then what happens here? Total demand is 6, we have assigned already 6, so the complete column vanishes, right? And simultaneously, after assigning this 6 to this particular element, that particular row also it will affect. That means 14, in 14, if you remove 6, what remains? 8 remains, right? Write 8 here and this column completely vanishes. You should not consider for further calculation this. Now, come to the first row second column. Here, what is the total demand? 10. And here, what remains? 8. What is minimum of 10 and 8? assign that value to here. Minimum of 10 comma 8 means 8, right? After assigning this 8 here, it will affect that particular column as well as row, right? Since here 8 remained that we have assigned to this particular row and this column, so this complete row vanishes because nothing left here, 0. So next we should not consider this for further calculation. Now after assigning this 8 here, it will affect to the total demand also, right? So 10 minus 8, that means 2 remains, keep as it is 2. Now consider second row, second element, because already we have removed the first column as well as first row, that already eliminated. Now concentrate on this. For the element 9, we have to assign what? Minimum of 2 comma 6. Minimum of 2 comma 6 means what? 2 only, right? Assign that 2 here. Now what left? 0 left. Now strike out this column. So this column vanishes. So you should not consider this column for further calculation. Now after assigning the value 2 here, what remains? It will affect the supply also, right? After assigning this 2 here, 6 minus 2, that will give us 4. Now 4 remains. Since we have eliminated this column, even first row, leave that. Now concentrate on this. Second row, third column. Now for this they have given the demand 11, but here 4 is there. Now for 15 minus, so 15 and 4, what is the minimum value? Minimum of 15 comma 4 means 4 remains. That 4 you should assign to this one. Then how much remains? Here 0 remains. So this row vanishes. At the same time, you have to subtract this 4 from the total demand. So 15 minus 4 means 11 remains. Write 11 as it is. Now concentrate on third row, third column. Now minimum of 11 comma 3. Which is the minimum? 11 comma 3. That means 3 here. Now assign that 3 value here. Now remaining is 0. Again the third row vanishes. Now after assigning this 3 here, 11 minus 3 means 8 remains, right? Now here 8 remains and here demand 4 also, here 4 remains, 8 plus 4 12, again supply also 12. So our calculation is proper. So total demand and total supply are equal. Now come to this point, remaining element is only this 2, right? Now assign minimum of 12 comma 8 or 8 comma 12. What is minimum? 8. Assign that here. Now what remains? 0 remains. So completely this column also vanishes. Now only the left thing is this element 0. Now what remains after subtracting this? 12 minus 8 means 4 remains. Now here also 4 remains. Minimum of 4 comma 4 means 4 only. Assign that value to here. Now complete all demand we have finished with the all supply. So we have done with the transportation problem, balanced, then we have repeated the previous procedure only. Now the calculation part once again I have explained in the next slide. See here x11, that means minimum of 6 comma 14, that is 6. So C1 completes or C1 vanishes. Okay, that only. Whatever we have explained here, that only I have given in the next slide. Okay, so x11 means this 6. Similarly, we have went for x12, that is 8, right? Like that. See, x12 minimum of 8 comma 10, that is 8. Now here R1 completes. Next x22 means minimum of 6 comma 2, that is 2. C2 is complete. Then x23, here see, here you can check x23 here, see. Now after this one you have to assign 4 here. Again this R2 vanishes, right? Minimum of, we'll get 4 here. 4 comma 15 is 4, so R2 vanishes. Next x33 means what? Minimum of 3 comma 11, right? See, minimum of 11 and 3, so 3 we have assigned. Now R3 vanishes, like that. Next we have to calculate for x4 3. What is minimum of 8 comma 12? That is 8. Okay, see. So C3 completes that time. Similarly, x44 means minimum of 4 comma 4, that is 4. So C4 and R4 both completes. Therefore, here all supply and demand we have finished completely, right? Now See, finally we have to calculate what? We have to calculate the total allocation. What is the total allocation? Number of rows plus number of columns minus 1. So that is what? Total allocation is nothing but m plus n minus 1. That is the number of rows here 4, including the dummy row we have to consider. And n is number of columns. They have already given 4 minus 1. So 4 plus 4, that is 8. 8 minus 1 equal to 7. So we will get the 7 type of allocation in the table. What are those 7 type? Look at here. That is, see, 1, this is 2, whatever I have written in bracket, that is allocation. Only you have to consider for this only, not for supply and demand. See, this is 1 allocation, this is 2, this is 3rd allocation, this is 4th allocation, this is 5th allocation, this is 6th allocation, and this is 7th allocation. Now what we have to find? We have to find the minimum cost. How to find the minimum cost? Just multiply this 6 into 6 plus 4 into 8 plus 9 into 2 plus 2 into 4 plus 6 into 3 plus 0 into 8 plus 0 into 4. See, that only we have given in the next slide. See, the total minimum cost is 6 into 6 plus 4 into 8 plus 9 into 2 plus 2 into 4 plus 6 into 3 plus 0 into 8 plus 0 into 4. So what will get? 36 plus 32 plus 18 plus 8 plus 18 plus 0 plus 0. So total cost is 112 rupees, right? Dear students, once again I will explain this problem because it is little different one. Listen here carefully. See here, find an initial solution for the following transportation problem by northwest corner rule method. They have given origin and destination, even demand as well as supply. Now first we have to check the demand, total demand is same as total supply or not. If it is not, you have to consider a dummy column or dummy row here. Now here supply is 23 and demand is 35. So clearly supply not equal to demand. Therefore the transportation problem is unbalanced. So what we have to do? We have to take the dummy row, for which what we have to assume, this highest value minus lowest value, that is 35 minus 23 equal to 12, we have to assume as a supply. Okay, because supply is very low, right? We have to assign this 12 to the supply only to make it demand and supply equal. Understood or not? See here, demand is maximum and supply is very low, that is 35 here demand, but supply is 23, very less. So what we have to do? The difference 12 we have to assign it to the supply to make it the balanced transportation problem. Okay, now that we have given in the next table, see here we have considered the another row, that is origin 4, that is 0 0 0 0, and we have assigned supply 12. Now your demand and supply is equal. See, 16 6 plus 4, 14 plus 3 plus 12, that's 35. Even this 6 plus 10 plus 15 plus 4, this also gives us 35. So in this case only we can come to conclusion that the transportation problem is balanced one, and we can move further. First what we have to do? First we have to assign the first element by the least of demand and supply, that is minimum value of demand and supply. So minimum of 6 and 14 is 6. After assigning this column completely vanishes because there is no demand left here, because we have assigned all 6 here. Now here at the same time you have to subtract this value from the supply also, because 14 minus 6, that is 8. Now come to the next part, first row second value. Now demand is 10 and here supply is 8. What is minimum from 10 and 8? 8. You have to assign that here. Now there is no supply left. Cancel this row. You should not consider this for further calculation. At the same time you have to subtract this 8 from the demand. Then 10 minus 8 gives 2. Now what remains? 2 and 6 here. Minimum of 2 comma 6, what is that? Minimum of 2 comma 6 means 2. You have to assign that to here. Now this 2 also vanishes, therefore there is no demand for the second column. At the same time you have to remove this 2 from the supply also, that is 6 minus 2 means 4. Okay, now let us come to this part 15 and 4. What is the minimum? 4. Assign this to the second row, third column. Now again here there is no supply left, therefore we have to make it vanish, that is 0 here. So the second row also vanished. At the same time you have to subtract this 4 from the demand, that is 15 minus 4, that is 11 left. Now 11 and here 3, what is the minimum? 3. Assign here, then this row also vanishes. Now what left? At the same time 11 minus 3 you have to do, remaining is 8. Now minimum of 8 comma 12, assign here, that is 8. Now again there is no demand left, strike out this row column, and then remaining term is this only. Now at the same time 12 minus 8 we have to do, 4 remains, here also 4 remains. Exactly the demand is equal to the supply, assign that value to here only. So therefore the all 4 row as well as 4 columns completely vanishes. At this stage we have to stop the iteration and we have to calculate the minimum cost by multiplying this and add it to the other. That is 6 into 6 plus 4 into 8 plus 9 into 2 plus 2 into 4 plus 6 into 3 plus 0 into 8 plus 0 into 4. So we will get the total cost, minimum cost is 112 rupees. Okay, now this is the method of solving the transportation problem by northwest corner rule when the transportation problem is unbalanced one. Okay, now you have to solve the remaining problems from northwest corner rule, whichever we have given in Google Classroom as a class assignment 1. Okay, dear students, please go through with the videos properly and work out with the each and every sum under this. Thank you.